All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch BRAM STOKER'S Dracula. Let's check it out. Here is 1462.
Arose a Romanian knight of the Sacred Order of the Dragon, known as Dracula.
So his wife thinks that he died in that war, and he didn't. She was fooled into believing he did, so she committed suicide. When he returns and finds out, he's irritated. Plus, the priest there telling him that her soul is doomed because she committed suicide, so he destroys the church. He punches his sword into this cross, some blood comes out, he drinks it, and that apparently turns him into the vampire we know as Dracula. Fast forward 1897 in London. Jonathan Harker, played by Keanu Reeves. He's going to go meet Count Dracula.
Yes, of course, sir.
Winona Ryder plays Mina, his fiancée. Same actress who played Dracula's wife. Dracula wants to buy some properties in London. That's why Harker's there.
Count Dracula.
I am Dracula. I do so long to go through the crowded streets of your mighty London, to be in the midst of the whirl and the rush of humanity.
He sees Jonathan's photo of Mina.
The luckiest man who walks on this earth is the one who finds true love.
Mina's friend Lucy.
Modest. He's so young and fresh. Like a wild stallion between my legs.
You're positively indecent.
Renfield, played by Tom Waits.
I need lives. I need lives for the master. Master, what master?
And Jonathan cuts himself shaving. Free meal. And that evening, Jonathan hears voices. He's suddenly met by three brides, Dracula's brides, who don't kill him, but they drain him of blood every chance they get and keep him weak. Dracula travels by boat.
Storm continues. Crew uneasy. Believes someone or something is aboard the ship with us.
Something summons Lucy. She arrives to find some beast mounting her friend Lucy. Dracula makes her forget what she saw, and she takes Lucy home. This version of Dracula can travel throughout the day, but with weaker powers.
It is a wonder of the civilized world.
If you seek culture, then visit a museum.
But he's infatuated with her, follows her around, and I'm not exactly sure what stopped him from biting here, but he does.
Dracula has left me with these women, these devils of the pit. They drain my blood to keep me weak, barely alive so I cannot escape.
Meanwhile, back in Lucy's bedroom, Dracula visits a second time. Dr. Van Helsing is summoned. It's Anthony Hopkins.
My God. There's no time to be lost. Must be a transfusion at once.
So they try a blood transfusion on Lucy. Meanwhile, Dracula works his romance on Mina and seems to be having an effect on her. Making good on his plan to escape, Harker does.
He desires with all urgency that you join him here so that you may immediately be married. Yours with all blessings, Sister Agatha.
Kiss me.
Lucy's not right.
I am en route to join him. We are to be married.
I will never see you again. Mina.
Here comes Dracula. Well, Mina and Jonathan are getting married. Lucy dies.
Where is she?
When they check her coffin, it's empty.
Where is she?
There she is.
Darling husband, please.
We're stronger than all. The power is might.
And her husband, that's Carrie Elwes, kills her.
Your bullets will not harm him. He must be beheaded. I suggest you use your big bowie knife.
Well, I wasn't planning on getting that close, Doc.
They're looking for Dracula now. Destroying everything that they can of his. While they're doing that, he goes to find Mina.
My most precious life.
I wanted this to happen.
I'm Dracula.
Will he turn her?
Life eternal. Everlasting love. Oh, I cannot let this be.
He denies himself, though.
I don't care.
He loves her too much.
You're the cursed as I am to walk in.
And then the troops arrive.
Mina!
Dracula flees.
Get them! There must be bombs.
We have learned something much. Dracula fears us. Noon, Homewood received a wire from his clerk at Lloyd's. The Count's ship sailed past us in the night fog to the northern port of Galatz.
They now know Dracula's travel plans. Mina's trying to thwart them. She's halfway turned. You saw the three brides there as well. Van Helsing takes care of them. Off with their heads. They end up chasing the coach. The sun's going down. The sun goes down and out he comes. But they're prepared for him. I believe he's now at the altar at the church where he was at the beginning, and he's dying. He reverts to his self from 400 years earlier, and she takes him out. Takes out his head for good measure, too. That's our film. All right, let's talk about Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is the 1992 version, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, Gary Oldman, Anthony Hopkins. So basically, it follows the same Dracula story that we know and love so well, as you've seen portrayed in the original Dracula 1931, Nosferatu, the Dracula 1979 version I reviewed about a month ago or so. I don't know what else to tell you about it. It's basically the Dracula story. Jonathan Harker is Keanu Reeves' character. He goes off to, I guess, Romania, the Carpathian Mountains, to seek out this guy named Dracula who wants to buy some properties in London, and I guess come there and, enjoy the London nightlife there and find new people to eat. He sees a picture of Jonathan's bride-to-be, Mina, played by Winona Ryder. He's infatuated with her because that's what his wife looked like. They look identical. I forgot to mention, the movie starts out in 1462, I think was the year. He was Vlad the Impaler then, and he went off to fight some crusade, some war or something. And somebody told his wife that Vlad died, so she jumped off the castle and jumped to her death. But he wasn't dead. He was still alive, and he was was really upset when he came back, and then he lashed out in the church and God, and then he became a vampire when he drank some blood that poured out of this statue. But anyway, fast forward to 1897, which is where the rest of this movie takes place. Anyway, so Dracula then goes to London and tries to woo Mina, which he is successful at. Meanwhile, Harker is stuck back at Dracula's castle with the three brides of Dracula, sucking his blood periodically to prevent him from, having strength to leave. But eventually, he does find a way to get out. He leaves, and then we come back, and Dracula has already infected Mina's friend Lucy. He's wooed Mina. Van Helsing arrives, and they figure out that he's a vampire. And then they have to start. First, they kill Lucy after she's completely turned, and then they set their sights on Dracula, who is by this time also has bitten Mina, and she's almost turned, but not quite yet, so there's still time to save her. They eventually set out to go to this other place where Dracula is. They have a plan to cut him off, which they do. There's a big fight at the end. Dracula is stabbed, his throat is sliced, and then eventually he's dying at this altar. I guess it's the same altar from the very beginning of the movie where he renounced God. Nina basically stabs him through the heart to let him go, chops off his head, and then we see an image of Dracula and his wife, Esmeralda or something like that, on the roof. It's supposed to be them basically saying they're reunited in heaven, so that sort of thing. That's how our movie ends. There you go. Again, it's the Dracula story, and it's actually pretty well done. I like this movie. It's got a good gothic feel to it. A little bit of nudity thrown in, some decent blood thrown in as well. And Gary Oldman is an interesting character as Dracula. Lots of interesting costumes, designs, sets, that sort of thing. But a cool gothic film. And I always like Keanu Reeves too. So anyway, not much more I can tell you about it. It's Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I actually have a 4K Blu-ray of this. That's it. Check it out. Leave some comments on what you think about it. Watch it. Bye.